Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about a Q&A that was somewhat relevant and interesting and possibly be related to any one of you guys who are trying to go towards the financial freedom journey.
Yep.
And it was rather interesting because I went through this stage when I was younger, and hopefully this information will be helpful in any ways possible. Without further ado, the question goes.
Can I read?
Sure. Okay.
Hi, I'm 26 years old and found myself some debts and have recently been let go from work. Oh, I haven't read it, okay?
Okay.
So he owes three
credit
credit cards. First one, 2,600. Second one, 3,000. The third one, 2,700. So he's asking, should I go about paying these off individually or should I take out a personal loan to consolidate the credit card debt and pay off the cards and then pay off the loan over a longer period of time? Just need some idea and want to get rid of it quite soon.
So, based on my personal experience, obviously
He's young, 26, of course.
Yeah.
That's what he can come up. Sorry.
Obviously, getting let go from a job is not a good feeling.
Stressful.
It's very stressful,
And you got all this debt.
yeah, and all of this repayment to deal with. So I would probably find another job as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Whether it's just a bare minimum, just to plug the
Some contract or even drive for delivery food or anything. Just
Anything.
keep you afloat first.
Yeah, exactly, to get
Yeah.
enough cash flow instead of just sitting there and just put your head above underwater, let's say.
Yeah.
And then if you can, obviously find a job that was relevant to what your income, or if not a little bit higher.
Yeah.
By worst case scenario, find a job, find an income somehow. And then the other one would be while you're going through that stage, pay off the smallest debt to the largest debt.
So we don't agree on taking out personal loan to consolidate it. Because, well, yes, I know it makes sense in interest-wise because personal loans interest is lower than your credit card.
Yep.
But on the other hand, it's not a lot of money, I'll say.
Not really.
8,000,
Yeah.
8,000 and a half, something like that. And if you spend all your time in research, get a personal loan, apply it, and then you can pay it off in 3 years instead of emergency. Okay, I have to pay off this credit card because the interest is so high. I don't want to waste off my time and money on paying off the credit card. But you don't, if you have a personal loan, when you compare it, you feel like, oh, I'm a lot relaxed now. You don't feel like I have to pay it off,
Yeah,
right? You
the
don't have
urgency. You don't have the urgency.
Yes, you don't have the motivation or push from them. So for us personally, we'll rather just tackle one by one. You pay off the first credit card. Once done, you use all the money to pay off the second one and then pay off the third one. Don't waste off your time to get another personal loan because you may get back to your habit of using credit card to pay credit card.
On top of that, it's like I guess a cheating way. It's like it's a get out of jail card. It's like, oh, I've done that before, and later on in later life, you're probably going to do the same thing. I'm going to rack up a credit card and then
maybe even double of the size of it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, for the way I see that, under $10,000. Yes, it would be stressful at that time, but overall, if you stick to it and just pay the bare minimum on the other two cards, let's say the 2,600, which is the first credit card that this person mentioned, have as much as you can, pay that off quickly, whereas the other two just the bare minimum, whatever the minimum amount is.
Yeah.
And
then once the first one is paid off, then
Yeah.
which means you will have a lot more spare money.
Correct,
Then
and
pay
then pay
off
off on the second credit card.
You'll feel it a lot
Yeah.
faster. And then the third one, you only have one to pay and no other minimum repayment to deal with. And
That's
the
it.
third one, you will go even faster. And I'll say that will actually motivate you not to use
utilize.
credit card anymore because it's just such a burden, I'll say, when you have debt.
Yeah, I have that experience when I was younger. I did exactly the same thing. I was just focused on just getting a job, getting an overtime, work, 10, 12-hour days or so. Even though you probably hated the job that gives you, I guess, a fire, the fuel. It's like, okay, then I don't want to get myself in this situation ever again. As soon as you pay off those three, the credit card, the relief is there. Like you feel like it feels a lot lighter.
Yeah, of course.
If but at the time and that moment, it is a little bit hard, and hopefully you can actually find a job quickly.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I think the hardest thing is he just got laid off.
Yeah. It would be a shock in the system because you used to have that income. Now it's like, oh, I don't have an income, but I've got all of this repayment to deal with. So overall, but that's the easiest format.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do the transfer to personal loan.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still have the credit card active.
Yes, correct. Then, which means you may have your personal loan debt and then plus your credit card, free up some space for you to spend. You feel, oh, my credit card can be my emergency fund because I don't have a job now. I just tap everything on the credit card.
That's it. So whereas this way, and maybe the other option would be like as soon as let's say the first credit card at $2,600 or so. As soon as you made a payment, okay, then now the balance going down to, let's say, $2,000 instead of 26. Ask the bank, can you please reduce my credit, the amount to $2,000? It limit for you to spend more.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you hit 1,500, again, ask them, hey, close it to minimize my credit facility.
Yeah. And then once you pay it off,
cut
it off. Just cut
close it. It's like it doesn't matter what they're gonna ask you. They, you can use this as an emergency. No, it's not an emergency.
That's right.
You have an emergency fund for a reason. So I remember when I was closing up my last credit card, when I called them up, go, are you sure it's free? It's like they give me all of these bells and whistles, free. What is it? There's no monthly fee. There's no yearly membership fee.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you're so tempted to keep it. Like when someone on the other side on the phone convince you just to keep it. Why don't you keep it? And then what's the loss for you?
Yeah.
For keeping it.
And on top of that, and then they even throw out and goes, you do know you can earn points.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, that's
I
very
love
enticing.
points.
It's very enticing, but just be focused on that. It's like, nope, I don't want it. Don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's coming from our personal experience, guys. Hopefully this information helped you in any way possible. Don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.